Skull and Bones is just around the corner and it has a number of features that are exclusive to those playing on PC. However, this doesn't mean that you can use these features on any PC. You still need to hit the recommended specs that Ubisoft has provided in the best possible way. Just a quick reminder that preload for Skull and Bones open beta begins on the 6th of February, and the open beta goes live on the 8th of Feb. Alongside this, early access to the full game, which comes with the premium edition of the game, is on the 13th of Feb, while if you chose the standard edition, you could start playing on the 16th of Feb. So I'm going to start off with the video by going through all the PC exclusive features, starting with uncapped FPS. I think everyone with a high-end PC will appreciate this, especially if you have a high refresh rate on your monitor. And if you are someone with multiple monitors or a widescreen monitor, you're in luck as Skull and Bones does support this, so lucky you. Next up, the game also features an in-game benchmark, meaning that you can test your rig and see if you can handle the game and see what settings your game should run at. Most people tend to do this through Nvidia GeForce if you do own an Nvidia card. HDR is also available, but I know this is quite a niche feature, but it's nice if you have a monitor or TV that allows it. The game also features an advanced input setting, which is just a fancy way of saying keybinds. You can edit your keybinds like in most games. Of course, if you have a powerful enough card, you will also have access to DLSS if you have a 20 series or higher Nvidia graphics card, and FSR if you have any other card including Nvidia. Then lastly, as of no surprise, Skull and Bones also features ray tracing, which will be very demanding but looks spectacular as the game has some beautiful scenery. So now onto the actual PC requirements, where I will start with the higher end specs, then work my way down to the lower end. Firstly though, you will need either Windows 10 or 11 to run Skull and Bones, and storage space of 65GB. They do recommend this be an SSD. First up, if you are looking to hit 4K, the preset is for ultra quality at 60 frames per second and features DLSS or FSR unbalanced. You'll also need an i5 11600K from Intel or an AMD Ryzen 5 5600X. Graphics card wise, you are looking at a 3080 from Nvidia or a 6800 XT from AMD. This will also require 16GB of RAM, but be aware that you do need dual channel, meaning 2 sticks of RAM. If you play on 1440p like me, then the target preset here is high quality at 60 frames per second. In this instance, you'll need an i7 9700K or an AMD Ryzen 5 5600X for your CPU. Graphics card wise, you're looking at a 3070 from Nvidia or an RX 6800 from AMD. Again, here you'll need another 16GB of RAM with the same requirements for dual channel. 1080p, however, has two different presets. The first is 1080p at high quality that hits 60 frames per second. Here you're going to need an i7 8700K or a Ryzen 5 5600X for your CPU, and then a 2070 from Nvidia and RX 5700 XT. Here again you need 16GB of dual channel RAM. Then last but not least, we have 1080p at the low preset. Here you are looking at hitting 30 frames per second with an i7 4790 or AMD Ryzen 5 1600, which is actually pretty cool to see that a potato can run Skull and Bones. GPU wise, you're looking at a 1060 from Nvidia or RX 5500 XT from AMD. Unlike all the other requirements though, you only need 8GB of dual channel RAM here. Let me know what you think of these presets in the comments below, along with any PC upgrades that you might or might not need for Skull and Bones. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one.